While we were in England meeting with David Icke, someone broke into Brendon's house.
Give me your cell phone. I gotta get the kids out of school. Hello?
But they didn't take anything of value. They left the jewelry, they left the flat screen TVs. The only stuff they took was the information related to Jude, to the Jude case.
Hello, Mr. Koch. Yes, this is Brandon Corey. I've got kind of an emergency situation. I need to get both of my sons out of school immediately, and I'm coming by to pick them up. But I need you to keep both your eyes on them till I get there.
Mr. X tells us that the very next day, Brandon hired 24-hour private security to protect his children, and, fearing for his own life, he moved out of his Malibu home.
Then he moved into a friend of ours' garage. It was getting really bad. I mean, you know, he was obsessed. He wasn't sleeping, he wasn't bathing. He was 24/7 combing and recombing the evidence that he had, trying to find a new lead.
But I thought all of the information, all of the evidence that he'd compiled on his Jude investigation had been stolen in the burglary.
Everything had except one thing. The one thing that he took with him to London to show David Icke. Jude's hidden camera footage. And Brandon watched this stuff, man, obsessively. He went over that DVD, must have been 1,000 times. And it's a good thing he did, because that's when he found it.
Okay, you rolling?
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Okay, listen, just stay with me with this, okay? Just hear me out for a few minutes, all right? I'm gonna start from the top. We know for a fact that Vice President Dick Cheney was speaking at that hotel in Century City on January 14, 2004. We also know for a fact that Jude went to the hotel on that same day to try to approach the Vice President wearing a hidden camera disguised as a Secret Service agent. You're with me, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, right here. How does he get past these guys? We don't know, but he gets past these guys in through the hotel lobby, okay? He's gotten past 2 or 3 Secret Service agents somehow. Okay, look at this guy. This guy is obviously securing the elevators, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't it look like he's looking right at Jude?
It looks like he could be, yes.
Jude gets right by this guy. He gets right by this guy, he gets inside the elevator, and he hits PH, which we've seen, which stands for what? The penthouse floor. Now, look at this. If you look at the footage here very closely, you can see, bring the camera in here for a second. Look at the floor here. See how it's carpeting and then it changes here? It's shiny. Does that look like that could be a marble floor?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got 2 Secret Service agents standing on what could be a marble floor in front of a doorway. So what could they be securing?
It could be the penthouse suite.
Could be the penthouse suite. Who could be in the penthouse suite at this very moment? Who could be in the penthouse suite this day?
Dick Cheney, Brandon.
Dick Cheney. Exactly. In my opinion, Dick Cheney's in that room. Remember what the Marine told us in D.C.
Your friend Jude broke into the Century Plaza Hotel dressed as a Secret Service agent. Ask yourself why Jude wanted to get into that room.
So what's your point?
My point is that Dick Cheney was in that room shape-shifting. Jude knew it, that's why he was going to that room. He had the hidden camera, he was walking in there to capture it on film. Let me continue on with the footage here. Okay, they arrest him, they bring him into this command center type room, all right? This is where they start questioning him. These guys are starting to get rough with him. Now this guy here, this guy's the guy who beat him the hardest. Did you see that?
No, see what?
Bring the camera in, I'll slow-mo it, okay? Right before the camera goes dead, watch this. Watch this guy's eye. Look at that.
What is that?
That's not a normal pupil. A human pupil is round. That's a vertical pupil. What has a vertical pupil? Those lizard people, those reptilians. Remember what David said in the taxi cab in London. He said, when these people shapeshift, They do it in a fit of rage, and the first thing to go is their eyes. Had Jude's camera not have been knocked dead, he'd have gotten a full shapeshift on film. Think it through here, man. We followed up every lead. We went to Jude's house. What did we find? We found that book on David Icke. We know that. What else did we find? We found that other book, that Bible-type book from that group, The Arena. That's the only thing that we haven't followed up on is that group, The Arena.
This is Professor Richard Wayman, who heads the Department of Occult Research, a non-profit organization in Denver, Colorado. Professor, can you tell us about this group, The Arena?
Well, the Arena believed that man was created when Eve joined into a sexual union with the serpent in the Garden of Eden, thus creating man to serve and carry out the will of the serpent race, or lizard people, as some refer to them.
Can you explain what you mean when you say the lizard people?
Yes, the Arena believe that there are many people that walk among us who look human but really aren't. They call them the lizard people.
How did you find where this group, The Arena, resided?
Brendon was in contact with the Marine in D.C., and he gave us the address.
What was Brendon looking for?
Well, we knew that Jude was connected to this group. So we were looking for anything that could connect, the Arena to the reptilians or the lizard people. But we couldn't find anything. So we just waited and waited until finally they came out.
How long did you and Brendon follow the Arena around for?
We followed them around for a couple of weeks. But most of the places that we followed them to were just everyday, errand type places. The cleaners, the video store. But then finally, we followed them to this building. It was a strange building with a strange energy around it. And it was built in the shape of a pyramid. But what was really crazy was who was guarding the building. U.S. Secret Service agents. Which proved to us that the Arena and the Secret Service are connected.
Which could explain how Jude was able to get past the Secret Service agent guarding the elevator.
Yes.